if he's going to be our number one, he's got to be able to like tick off certain boxes.
Definitely.
Like, say, for example, the penalties that happened after the United game. Like, Ramsdale, just save one. I'm begging you, please.
He's bad at penalties. He saved one against Monaco the other day, but...
Yeah, but that's one. Like, come on.
Out of nowhere, we get a bit of a Orny bomb. Ornstein's come out of nowhere, and he said, "Oh yeah, was it Romano? I think it was Romano on this one actually.
No, I think it was Orny bomb.
Okay, it was Orny bomb. All right, and he said, all of a sudden now we're in for David Raya, or I don't even know if it's David.
Personal terms already agreed. That's where I was
all
like,
done.
What?
And it's just like, I mean, not that would be difficult for someone coming from like Brentford, but I'm just still a bit like, did we need a goalkeeper? Clearly, Arteta thinks that we do. If we've got this far. Where do you stand on this whole debacle? Is it even a position we should be thinking of upgrading?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Right. I don't want anyone to come for me for what I say, because I have love for Ramsdale. Don't get it twisted. He has saved us in moments that we don't even realise that he had saved us. Like, for example, that Liverpool game. We could have easily lost that game.
Definitely.
We could have lost momentum after that Liverpool game, but we still had, something to work for at that point. And Ramsdale, he's good on his feet, great ball distribution, and I feel like Arteta had a plan for him to be our number one, and he still is our number one. However, I think that during pre-season, Arteta was looking at our defence and was like, what is going on here? This isn't how the season was last season. Like, what is happening? And obviously, I don't even think it's just Arteta. It might be the fact that other people are thinking, if he's going to be our number one, he's got to be able to like tick off certain boxes.
Definitely. Like,
say, for example, the penalties that happened after the United game. Like, Ramsdale, just save one. I'm begging you, please.
He's bad at penalties. He saved one against Monaco the other day, but...
Yeah, but that's one. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But then, if I think about it, with Raya, in his spell last season with Brentford, I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Good keeper, decent. He's got very similar attributes to Ramsdale. So I was a bit confused as to what is happening here, because what Raya can do, Ramsdale can do as well. So maybe it was I watched the interview with him and he talked about goalkeeper competition. And I'm thinking maybe that is the reason why he's coming in. But then at the same time, we have Matt Turner, who hasn't even really had a chance to show up. And he should really be the one that should be our keeper when it comes to penalties. Because we've seen him.
Oh, 100%. He saves penalties. If there's one thing he does,
So I'm thinking, I don't know his thought process behind it, but I get it. But at the same time, how does this benefit the squad that we're trying to get, like a deeper squad? But how does this benefit how we're trying to play for Champions League and how we're trying to gel the team together? I don't know. It's a bit...
It feels like a very fine margins type of thing. Like, I mean, once all the links came out, I started seeing all the spreadsheets and everything that people were posting. And Raya's apparently he's better at long kicking. He's better at this. Basically, like in the statistics, which I think is it's a bit. I don't look too hard at statistics for goalkeepers because he's kicking the ball to Tony, who's winning headers. We're kicking the ball to Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these sort of things. But according to the stats, it says that he's the better keeper in the statistics that matter. Right. I just think, first thing I think that was touted was like 40 million. And I was like, there's no way we're spending 40 million on a backup. Ramsdale just got a new contract. And then you start getting all a bit like, okay, maybe actually he got the new contract to protect his value. And because apparently he's always wanted Raya. And Raya's boys with the goalkeeping coach. Yeah, so from years back, I remember we were linked with him, I think when Brentford were initially coming up. And they were saying that about 12 million or something. So I think it's one of those ones where this was the number one target from yesteryear. And now it's like, oh, he's free. So maybe we can jump back and see what he's saying. I mean...
Not Arteta trying to catch up with his signing. It's not the same anymore.
It's not the same anymore. I just worry that we might even lose a bit of the cohesiveness in the dressing room.
Yes, that's
You know
what
what
I
I
think
mean?
as well. Yeah.
It's I mean, especially nobody, I can't think of any team in world football which has not like 2 number ones. You know, I don't think Turner was that bad. I know his kicking's not excellent, but a couple cup games here that he'll play, I mean, maybe he's not happy with that, but I don't think he'd be that bad. Is there like a figure you think that you'd be happy to say, cool, come in, Raya, you know, we can do this, like come in and we'll just see what is? Or do you think, you know what, I'm happy with Ramsdale and Turner to just be our 1 and 2?
To be honest, I was always going to be happy with Ramsdale and Turner. I was going to be happy, but I knew that Ramsdale still has a lot to work on. He's still young, don't get it twisted, but he needs to step up.
Yeah.
He's been, he's been compliant at the minute. And pre-season showed it evidently. Like even the goals that we conceded, the Bruno goal should have been saved.
100%.
And then is it Sancho who scored?
Yeah, Sancho. Yeah.
That goal should have been saved. And obviously we should have taken our chances as well. So that game was not even just enough for me to see that there's still stuff to work on. But all the other games that we had during pre-season, like winning 5-3, those 3 goals that we conceded, what are you doing?
That's the thing. I'm with you. I the first one, I'm like, Ødegaard gives the ball away in the middle of the park again. Yeah. The second one, Ramsdale's taking steps to the left. I don't understand. And then the third one's the only one I could be like, okay, it was like a decent move from them. You know, but it just feels like, we scored 5, but we just letting in a lot of easy goals. And just generally speaking, the defense doesn't look steady.